Are you curious about the heart of Lincolnshire? Join us on a captivating journey through this enchanting county, from the bustling streets of Barton to the serene landscapes of Bourne. We delve into the essence of Lincolnshire, from the characters, the art and the hidden gems waiting to be uncovered. Our guests are the heartbeat of Lincolnshire Live's Natters. You might not know them yet, but their stories will resonate with you. From artists to historians, from farmers to poets, we celebrate the diverse voices of Lincolnshire. So whether you're a local or a curious traveller, tune in, let's unravel the tapestry of Lincolnshire together. Today's guest, what can I say, with her infectious energy and her versatile music style, Maria is a force to be reckoned with. Her DJ sets seamlessly blend house, techno, electro, creating a dynamic and engaging experience for her audiences. Right, let's get ready to drop the beat and turn up the volume. Hold on to your headphone, folks. Our next guest doesn't just mix beats, she mixes magic. Give it up for the missus. Woo! Good morning, Maria. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
That's all right. Really excited. Female DJ, what's that all about? What's it?
Well, it's been a tough road being a female DJ because it was predominantly a man's game, wasn't it? So
absolutely,
it is hard trying to get yourself out there. There is females that have gone a long way. Like you look at the Lisa Pin-Ups, one of my favourite, Anne Savage, another one of my favourites. They're what you aspire to, but today's game, it's pretty hard.
Yeah, because you're also known as the Missus, which is your sort of like, can we say stage name? Can we say stage name? Yeah. The Missus, and you're getting a bit of
my alter ego.
Your alter ego, shall we say? I've actually seen Maria play, and she is fabulous. And I'm not just saying that, but she's absolutely fabulous when she mixes and mixes and stuff.
Thank you.
Hence why I wanted to come on to say to the ladies, it's not like Maria just said. It's not a man's world. The ladies are doing it. They are getting out there, and they are mixing these beats and stuff like that. So what's involved? You know, what do we need? Lots of equipment? Can we just start off? Or?
It's difficult because these days with the technology, a lot of people can get away with doing hardly anything.
Because they sit at home with a computer and just start at home with a computer with just pressing
a few you can do things on your computer, on your iPhone.
And then generally just build it all up to the
level.
Then
when you get your system, for instance, like I've got the Dead and Primes, they're just so easy to use, but there's also your technical side to it as well.
Yeah, because a lot of people tend to slate sort of DJs saying they're just pressing buttons or they just leave things on to play, which I know you don't do.
No, not a chance.
Because recently somebody was saying to Maria about doing something, and Maria did defend it quite defensively. Said, I don't do that. Proper DJs don't do that.
Yeah, that will be reverting back to, I think it was the Grimes at Coachella incident, where she was basically blaming whoever put the music on a stick, and it wasn't. It's basically a sync button. And I'll never use a sync button because it's just not what I want to do.
Explain what a sync button is for people who don't know what a sync button is. Explain what a sync button is.
So basically, you'll put your tracks on, press your sync button, and they'll instantly sync together. They'll do its thing. Your system's doing it. You're not doing it. So you're not the one that's, altering it and getting your BPM rights and stuff like that. Press sync, off you go. Yeah. That's my look of it.
Because I know when you get on stage and you start doing your thing, she's well and truly into it. She's got headphones on, she's concentrating, but at the same time you're watching the audience as well, aren't you, to see absolutely. How they're reacting to the music.
I play for the audience basically, so like I say, when I go to do a set or play out somewhere, I don't sit for days and days and weeks planning my set. I'll have my tracks on my USB. I'll get there and I'll play to how the crowd is to build that crowd up. So I'm working with the crowd at the same time.
Brilliant. We were saying about that. What was your first gig? What was your
my first gig? Wow. It was actually a DJ competition in the Fez Club in Hull.
A DJ competition?
It was a competition. That was the first time I ever played out. In Fez in Hull. Great club, that was. Brilliant. And I entered into that. And I came second.
And that was your first competition, and you came
That was
second?
first thing I'd ever done. Never
Wow.
played anywhere out
That's
or
how
anything.
good she is, ladies and gentlemen. She comes second in a competition.
Yeah, I've still even got the Budweiser T-shirt that I won from that, because you won the Budweiser T-shirt and something else, and I've still actually got that in my drawer.
Wow.
And that
so
was...
you've kept that as a memento sort of thing for that. So, wow, this is what I got when I won that competition.
Yeah, and that was, we're talking... when I was about 18. What am I now?
Do you really want
This is
to
over
admit
20
that?
years, people.
I don't think we're going to get that one admitted on the podcast.
It was a while ago.
It was a while ago, that she's telling me. And since then, you've just got...
Yeah, just gone on and on, yeah.
Yeah, because one of the events, because we are having a special guest joining us later, who's a friend of mine, friend of Maria's as well, and he's going to be talking about an event that's coming up in Cleethorpes, which I'm going to mention to Maria now. Yep. What's happening in Cleethorpes, Maria?
So the Gathering Fest, it's their 5th birthday, an absolute epic festival. It's the best on... for our area. It's absolutely immense. They are celebrating their 5th birthday, and this is my 4th year.
4th year of doing the gathering.
4th year of being asked to come and play. So I am looking forward to it again. It's the 5th birthday. We're hoping it's going to be big. I'm playing on the main stage, which is now an open air stage.
Oh, yeah, because there's a new tent for that, isn't there, for the main stage? Was there a new tent last year?
Last year it was like a partial one. It was an open air, but I think this year it's full on open air. I don't believe there is a tent. And they've done the same for Area 32 as well, I believe, but that's going to be the on ender of the field where all the trees and stuff are.
People who don't know, the Gathering Festival is... how would you describe the Gathering Festival, Maria?
Epic.
It's
just epic. You've got to go. It's in Cleethorpes, so it's along the seafront. You've got your clubland tents, you've got Area 32, you've got Good Grief.
These are all different dance styles.
Different tents, different areas, the VIP. But every year this festival does get better and better. I mean, we were so lucky last year because we had the sun and it was phenomenal. So now it's the 5th birthday and it's really going to... it's going to go far this year, and I believe they're 90% sold out on tickets already.
90% sold out already.
Yeah.
Because I've been looking at the maps and stuff of when our extra guest joins us later, and I'm sure he will tell us loads and loads. I've been looking at the map of where people are coming from. They come as far as I do believe somebody came as far as the Isle of Skye. They come from Scotland. They come from abroad. They come from all over the UK and sometimes over Europe to come to this festival. So Mr. Flatman, who is joining us later, I'm sure he will tell us about... he'll get quite excited
about...
Of
course he will. It's like a Duracell bunny.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. For us that know Daz, know exactly what we're talking about and stuff. Going back to the Gathering Festival, how do you feel about playing the main stage this year?
Well, the first time I ever played there, my first year invited, I played the main stage, and it was... Well, I was a wreck. I was a shaking wreck. I was so nervous, so scared, because I've played a lot of things, but this was like a big thing for me. It's a big festival. It's there's going to be thousands of people. But now, no, it's like home. It's like playing at home to me. Do you know? I'm not nervous anymore because I know what I'm doing, and I know what to expect. It is dead exciting. But the nerves, I don't get the nerves anymore. Yeah,
because, I mean, do you sort of like, just a random question, do you sort of get other females coming up to you and stuff going, I'd love to do that, I'd love to be able to do it?
All the time.
You do teach, don't you?
Yes, I do at the minute,
You've got a student at the moment, haven't you?
I have. Shout out to little DJ Shelley, my little student.
He's doing really well, isn't he?
He's smashing it. He's doing so well. And he only started in January. He got his
Really?
He got his set for Christmas in December. So he's really started from January and he's now into, what are we in, May? May. And, in that amount of time, he's just followed all my instructions and he's just smashing it. It's fantastic.
Do you think when you teach and stuff and you see people and think, yeah, they've got it, they'll just pick it up instantly and stuff?
Yeah. He's even started sending me little bits of music he's making as well. He's started actually...
Do you see a potential little star?
I do. 100%.
You think he's going to go far?
Definitely.
I wanted sort of like to start you back right from when you first started,
Yeah.
back for DJing, did you think, I like music, I want to do something different?
I've always liked music, ever since being a kid. I mean, I grew up with 50s rock and roll, I used to go out jiving with my mum and dad and that all the time. So I've always had,
That's quite different. That's not something you hear these days.
Oh no, even to this day I still love it. If I went out to a 50s do, I'd be in my element.
Really?
But growing up, I've always had some kind of musical ambition. I used to play the drums, I played the trumpet, I used to dance. I've done...
Wow, I didn't know this.
Yeah, I've done so many things, but it wasn't until I got behind some decks is where I've actually stuck at it,
So that's you sort of thinking, I'm good at this. And with friends saying to you, you're really good at this, keep going.
Yeah. Even like the guitar, I used to play the guitar as well. I did that for many, many years, but...
Why aren't you in a band?
Because the thing is with myself, I was never any good at reading music. I can't. People put music in front of me, there's something about it jumps off the screen. It just don't call to me. I listen to music. Now, when I listen to music, that takes me away and I can feel the music and I can put the music together just by listening.
Yeah.
Not by looking. It's all a listen to me.
Yeah, because do you think DJing has changed in the few years that you've been doing it? It's fundamentally changed.
Massively. I mean, like I say, when I started when it was vinyl, it's a whole different ball game when it was vinyl. You had to look at your records.
Because you can imagine, sort of like, sorry to interrupt, sort of people, sort of like, for people who don't actually physically know, dance to you, I feel like hand on your head and then people taking the mix, spinning the records and everything.
Yeah.
But it's really not like that now, is it?
No. I mean, like I say, the vinyl, you had to look at your record. You had to look when your breaks was and work out your BPM because you're listening to your other one. It's the listening thing again. But now with your digital, it's there on the screen for you.
So you follow the screen, but not, not to say there's not any talent there, because there needs to be talent there to follow the music and to follow the beats and stuff like that.
There is so much amazing stuff you can do on the digital stuff, believe me. But for me, again, there's so many people that can just do the bog standard stuff because it is so simple.
Because we're saying about that, what's your favourite genre of music to mix? Because you're saying you're a bit of everything, really, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, I love my house music. My house music is just it's lovely.
For anybody who doesn't know, describe what house music is.
So it's all your vocals, your bongos, your saxophone. It's all the nice stuff that we love to dance to. However, if it was me playing in a big club, I would have to go for my techno or my house because there's so many tricks and stuff that you can do with that kind of music, different to house music.
Yeah, because that's sort of more sort of like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
isn't it?
so I'm conflicted on which one I really love, but I do love house music, for your daytime.
How do you stay motivated to create and keep going and stuff? Because obviously, is The Gathering your next big gig?
No, so The Gathering is the next big gig, on the 8th of June.
8th of June.
So that's less than 3 weeks away now, isn't it?
Wow, I can't believe another year has gone past.
Quick.
We've got to that stage of getting to The Gathering already, haven't we? What do you think are, commonly held beliefs about women DJs and stuff like that? Because obviously, a lot of people think women can't do this, don't they? A lot of people.
I think, to be fair, there's a lot of females on the circuit now that are proving that wrong.
Yeah, like you mentioned a few earlier on when we were talking and stuff. They've been really sort of big inspirations to you, haven't they?
Yeah, like I say, with the old Lisa Pinup and the Anne Savage and stuff, they've been at it since I got into it. So they've gone from the vinyl to digital. They're still going out there. The Tidy Girls, there was called. So they was like my big inspirations. But today, there is some good names getting out there, but there's also a lot of them on there that are very fake and not real. Do you know, the button, just pressing buttons, or they're just
Do you think
I think they go in with a
talking
stick and
about-
press play and that's it.
Yeah, a lot of like celebrities and things thinks they can
Yeah.
DJ and stuff like
I
that,
think
and they go
Yeah.
out and think, I can do this, I can just press a few buttons
Of course,
and things.
yeah.
But like we're trying to stress, this
Yeah.
is why I wanted Maria on to say it's not just about pushing buttons. There is more to this. You know, there is a lot of talent needed to do this. But then, like you say, some people in the industry think they can do it, and they're just pressing buttons, aren't they? Hence to what we were talking about. You know, saying that, what's one of the biggest, hardest challenges you've had to overcome to do what you want to do?
I'm still overcoming them.
You're still
overcoming. Yeah,
she says this. She is really good. She is really good at what she does.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just for me. It's like, I don't want to say my age, but I'm 43, and it's like I've been doing it since I'm 18. And it's like, what's next for me? Do you know, can I get any further? What am I doing wrong where I can't get any further?
But we all say you learn from your mistakes, don't you? You just keep going, you know, when you've had sort of a rough time and stuff. Because for me, because Maria has supported me in a few things and keeps going, Shell, keep going, you know, so all big up the girl power, you know, because sometimes you just learn from mistakes, don't you? Think, I could do that a bit better next time and stuff.
Yeah.
Faulty boiler leaving you brainless. Radiator making you feel cold and lifeless. Leaky tap making you feel like a... Then call J&S Plumbing and Heating. Your local, your friendly, reliable plumbing and heating engineer. We offer comprehensive solutions for all your plumbing, gas and heating issues. We are here to bring you and your plumbing back to life. So call J&S Plumbing and Heating when you're feeling a little grave. Hello?
Okay, we have a very special guest on now, Mr. Daz Flatman. He's actually a friend of the Links Lives Natters podcast. Can you realise, Daz, it's actually a year since we set this podcast up.
I know. They've flown by. It's crazy.
Yeah, because Daz, for the people who don't know, was my first or second guest. Oh, he's my first guest on the podcast.
Was I first one on? Yeah, I had the honour of being the first, I think.
Yeah, you were the very first guest on the podcast when we set this up, because I'd known Daz from when I'd worked in local radio, and he'd been on to talk about the event we're going to talk about in a moment. So, Daz, what's happening in Cleethorpes? Off you go.
What's happening in Cleethorpes? So in a few weeks' time, on the 8th of June, we've got the North East Lincolnshire's largest dance music festival. And as we know, that's the Gathering. And it's our 5th birthday. So technically 6 years, but obviously one of the years we lost because of the pandemic, which was a shame. We had to shift. So we have been around for 6 years, but it'll be the 5th show we've done. And the weather's warming up, the sun's coming out, so it's going to be a good one, I think.
Yeah, because I'm going to introduce our other guest who sat with us. I do believe she's playing at your show, isn't she?
Yes, she's a lifelong friend, very close friend, and an amazing DJ, and we're proud to have her as a resident for the show. She's been a resident for a while now, and while the show's going, she'll always be a resident. So, yeah.
Oh, Maria, how nice of...
Hi!
Is he okay?
I'm really well.
Yeah.
I'm away at the minute. I'm away in Carlisle, but obviously I found time to do this, so all's well at the minute.
Thank you, appreciate
so
that.
what highlights can we look forward to this year then, Daz?
So we've got the new main stage. Last year and the last few years, we'd had Mambos working with us to do the house stage. And the problem with the house stage is it's quite specific, and there's a lot of people into a bit of everything when it comes to dance music in the house scene. So we decided that for what we spend with Mambo and that stage that we have there, Mambo's not working with us now, so we're just going to have our own Gathering main stage, but that means we can spend a bit more on it. So we're having a bigger stage, pyrotechnics, CO2 cannons, massive LED screen behind the DJ, the whole works. We've looked at other shows and they always have a main stage, and we've never done it, and I don't know why, but we are doing this year. So that's one of the big changes this year. There's a couple of other big things that's going on. So in the Good Grief tent, which you'll see the artwork soon, we've just had it come through. We're going to put it up on the pages soon. We're having a 360-degree DJ booth right in the middle of the big top tent for Good Grief, with all screens all the way around it and a full laser show all the way around it, but the DJ in the middle, so you can be stood all the way around him. It's just a very cool idea. So we're doing that. And then the hard tent is not going to be a tent anymore. It's going to be outside. We're putting it right at the back in the trees with a load of camouflage and sort of cordoning it into its own area, so it's more like a bit of a rave cave over there. So we're just mixing it up a bit. Yeah, just mixing it up a bit.
That's where the hardheads go.
Oh, right.
For the hardheads, out of the way, yeah. Near the beach, out of the way.
What Maria is
Just
just...
swinging off the trees.
Yeah. What else, Daz? What else is new?
What else is new? I mean, we've got Bass Hunter coming in. That's something special. He's flying in. I think he's flying in from Germany. He's doing one show. I mean, he's a global superstar. He's doing one show in the UK that weekend, and it's the Gathering. We're flying him in. He's doing one gig and flying out. So as far as the UK is concerned, for anyone that wants to see Bass Hunter, it's the only show in the UK that weekend that's got him.
Will he be trying to land his helicopter in a field next to the stage?
No, we're not doing that again. That was a nightmare when we did that last time, getting permission to have a land. Yeah.
I remember.
No, we've got a few artists flying in. Dee Dee's flying in. Obviously, Bass Hunter's flying in. Billy Gillies is flying into London, and then we're shipping him up. And then I think he's coming in from Cyprus to London, getting in from there to us, and then from there to Leeds, Bradford, because then he's back out the country to another gig somewhere else. It's the logistics of it. I said this to you before, Shelley. The logistics of it, people don't really get, because some of these DJs are just global, constantly plane after plane after plane. And you've got to get them in, get them at the right time, get them what they need, get them on stage, do the bit and out. And you've got 50 of them.
Yeah,
it's busy.
I think, as we've talked throughout the years, Daz, we've said about the logistics of getting these DJs out, haven't we? One flies in and you're getting another one in and stuff like that. So, that's something. Another thing me and Daz have a joke about is posh toilets, isn't it, Daz?
We love a good posh toilet, don't we, Shelley?
Oh, yes, we love a posh toilet, because people...
Love a posh toilet.
It's a bit of a joke with me and Daz, because every time we chat about the Gathering, we always say, the posh toilets have had an upgrade this year. So it's always a bit of a joke with the posh toilets, isn't it, Daz? But there is a reason why we have the posh toilets, though, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously for the VIP area, we've turned it into a garden party, put it near the trees, which worked really well last year. Probably the best garden party we'd had. Now, it's completely sold out, so anybody that does listen to this, unfortunately, there are no upgrades and there are no VIPs left. It completely sold out straight away. But in there, you've got your own private bar. Obviously, all the locals are DJing and stuff. We've got Seb Fontaine in there this year as well. He's playing on the main stage, and he's also going to do a set in there as a bit extra. And also in there, you have posh toilets. And the new system we're bringing in, it's the same as we brought in last year. It's the first time they've used it. It's got all Dyson hand dryers and everything. I mean, they're lovely.
Oh, we love a posh toilet, don't we, Maria?
I love a Dyson.
Love a good hand dryer, yeah.
But no, it's nice, isn't it? It's just sort of like you pay your money, you get that little bit extra, don't you?
Yeah,
and us ladies like a nice toilet, don't we?
Yeah, because they can be quite freaky out there.
They can indeed. Obviously, one of the me and Maria have just been chatting about her being on the main stage again this year, and I know she's really excited to be on the main stage, aren't you?
I am indeed. I am.
You're looking forward to it on this new big stage.
I am.
I've seen this stage at other shows, because obviously the people that have used it at other events were using them to bring it in. So I have seen it. So it's a good stage. But we've got LED screens going on there and everything else. There's something that's just happened in the last hour, Maria, and you was going to be getting a call, but I've got another slot for you in the VIP if you'd like to play it. That's a little bit of an exclusive.
Oh. Let me just ask my agent one moment.
Hello, agent.
Yes. That'd be amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, something's happened. So things change, as you know. Stuff happens all the time. That's why we can never do set times and that straight away, because stuff always changes. Even on the last day, there's been DJs that can't do certain slot times in Clubland and in Good Grief. And I had a call within the last hour going, we've got an empty slot in the VIP. And the first person that came to mind was you.
Oh,
So if you'd like to
thank you so much.
So obviously you'll be doing, you're obviously doing the back-to-back
Yeah.
with Stu, or between your split it or whatever,
Yeah.
on the main stage. But this hour's for you. So if you want it, let me know.
Absolutely, thank you. That'd be
So-
amazing. I appreciate it.
You've heard it
Wicked.
first
All right.
here. You heard it first here. She's got an exclusive for the VIPs. Daz, where can we get tickets?
At the moment now, obviously paper tickets are still available, only standards though, because all VIPs are sold out. If you go onto our page, it's all the local outlets, including Nick and stuff. So you've got Grimsby Tanning Studio, there's Catting Hall, we've got an outlet in Lincoln and Doncaster Way with... where else we got? There's a couple in Grimsby, but you need to go on our page, gatheringfestival.com. There's an advert on there, shows you where the outlets are. Or if you're buying online, just head straight to thegatheringfest.com or skiddle.com. Simple, but it's only standard tickets still available. That's it. Everything else is sold out.
Daz, it's an absolute pleasure, as it always is, talking to you.
Bless you.
I think Maria just wants to have a final.
I do. I just want to personally thank you, Daz, for obviously if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be doing the DJing. It was yourself that got me into DJing, hence the missus. So I just want to personally thank you for that, and just thank you for the journey and the opportunities that you've given me and what Kirk's given me, and it's an absolute honour. So thank you.
Bless you. Well, I mean, I've always said it with The Gathering is, I don't know where this show's going to go and anything else we do within our careers within it. So you're kind of riding a wave and you're riding it with us. Where it goes, it goes. If it fails and it stops, then so be it, and we had an amazing time.
Yeah.
If it goes further, then you deserve to be on that wave with us and everybody else. So
Thank you.
you're good, you deserve it. You should be there. So there's no reason.
This
So
is
anyway,
what I've been
Love
saying
you.
to her, Daz.
Well, love
for
you.
anybody who hasn't been to the gathering or they haven't seen Maria, also known as the Missus, they do need to come to the gathering because it's quite something special. I mean, we can talk about it till we're blue in the face, but till you actually experience the gathering, you have to go, because it's not just people from sort of Lincolnshire area. They come from all over, don't they, Daz?
Yeah, I mean, we did a post not long ago, Shelley, and it shows, when you go on Skiddle, it shows you the UK map and every single ticket seller, and you get all that data. So it's like who they are, name, age, male, female, all that, and it shows you where they all live, like as a drop pin. And we've got people flying in from Ireland, people coming up from Wales, across the top of Scotland. In the Highlands coming, all the way from London, Brighton. It's insane the amount of people that are coming into Cleethorpes, which then people have probably never ever been to Cleethorpes in their life, because why would they? But they're travelling that far. It's incredible to see it. It really is incredible to see it.
Do you remember a few years ago, Daz, when we were we're talking before we wrap this up, when we've said nobody would come to Grimsby or nobody would come to Cleethorpes? It's just that town at the end of the I don't know the road, but me and Daz have mentioned this before. Nobody would go, would they, to sort of Grimsby or to Cleethorpes?
No, I mean, that east coastline, even coming down from Scarborough, down to Cleethorpes, all the way to Skegness, and all the way down to Yarmouth. I mean, the small seaside towns, they are what they are. But there's, for people from, like you say, Ireland and Scotland and even Brighton and Wales to travel hours and hours up their motorways to come to that one seaside town for one show, for me, that's pretty special. That's what keeps me going with it. If they can be bothered to travel all that way and spend their hard-earned money, then I need to be putting the best show on I can with the team that we've got. You know what I mean?
Daz, once again, it's an absolute pleasure to talk to you, and keep doing what you're doing, because the people of Grimsby love you for putting on these events that you do. We'll talk to you later on in the year, because there is another event that I want to talk to you about, and we'll talk to you later in the year for the other event that you're doing. But Daz Flatman, thank you once again for your time. We'll put all the links to the tickets and to all the acts on our social media platforms. Daz Flatman, thank you very much.
Thanks, Daz. I'll speak to you in a
Thanks,
bit.
guys.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Today has been such an interesting journey, learning about DJing from a female perspective to what's happening within the different gigs that go on throughout the country. Maria, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you today, and we can't wait to see you perform at the gathering.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been absolutely lovely.
It's been
nice,
an absolute
thank you.
pleasure, and I'm now going to embarrass her and say we hope you enjoy your time in town today with your friend, because she has been supported. She has been supported by her lovely friend Nikki today.
Yes.
But Maria, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us today on the Links Lives Natters podcast. It was a pleasure having Maria and Daz share their insights and experiences. All the links to the Gathering Festival in Cleethorpes on the 8th of June will be available on our social media platforms. My thanks go to my technical support team as well. Remember, listeners, you can find more episodes and subscribe to the Links Lives Natters podcast on your favourite platform.